Hi, I'm Talia, and I live in Waldo County, Maine, and we are starting a garden, and I have many friends and family that want to know more about what I'm going to do, so this is my way of sharing. In my videos, you'll see my dog Jinks and my boyfriend Wyatt. So I have grown up in the garden. My mom had like 3 huge gardens when I was a child. I'm gonna post a picture of one of her gardens. But I've always loved gardening. I hope to be a homesteader someday. Not full time, but it'd be fun to raise some chickens and goats and lambs and stuff like that. But this is my first year doing a big garden. And so I wanted to share some of what I learned in college. I went to Unity College and I took pest management this year. So I learned about what types of farming is best for disease and insect management. So I also wanted to say that half the time I don't speak English, I speak gibberish. Sometimes I swear. I'm terrible at videoing, obviously. Sometimes I have double chins because I don't really care. I don't wear makeup, and this is not for beauty and looking cool. This is to teach others and to show you what I'm working on. So I don't care about looking good. I don't care about doing it right. So don't hate. So a few weeks ago, we started tilling and got all the grass up. And then we have a local farmer up the road, and he gave us manure. And we put the manure down and then re-tilled it. And yesterday I put down some black fabric, garden fabric. You can get like 3 by 100 for like $10, I think. And then we got some local wood chips from a person that owns a tree company for free. And now I'm spreading them today. And Wyatt's putting up a fence. Okay, so I watched a few videos on how to do potato seeds in 5-gallon bucket. And in that video, or one of the videos I saw, your bucket needs to be food grade. So this 2HDPE is food grade. And a lot of buckets you buy are gonna have that on them. So you're gonna need some garden soil. People put peat moss and they do a mix sometimes. I'm gonna try a little bit of natural wood chips. So we'll see how that goes. So my boyfriend drew these holes for drainage because you don't want your potatoes sitting in water at all. So when you don't want soil to be too high, probably like here. And then you're gonna take the potato. You can do 2 or you can do 1. I'm gonna do 1 because I want to plant some in the ground. And what you're gonna do, these are a little shriveled, just because I probably should have soaked them in water, but they might grow and they might not. Most of my stuff is experimental, so if it doesn't grow, I'm not gonna be sad. But you put them in with those up, and then you're gonna fill the soil till about here. You wanna have enough room so that you can fill it full of water, and the holes are gonna allow it to seep through. So you wanna like fill it with a good amount of water and just let it seep through. So. $3 at a hardware store, but if you know like a pizza shop or a local restaurant, they'll probably sell you these buckets for like $1, and they're all food grade because they all had like pickles or something in them, and you can use those. It's like the cheapest route to go. You want to buy, get out of the way, you can buy like fabric bags, but the fabric bags are like $10, and this is like the cheapest way to go. Whatever works, right? Like I said, everything I do is experimental, and maybe I don't do it right. Like these probably should have soaked in water, but whatever. In your garden, you're gonna want to put like you can put rocks or gates, or I'm gonna use log posts that we have left over, and you're gonna put them underneath so that it drains properly, because if it doesn't, if it's on the grass, then you might get bugs, you might get weeds, so that just helps prevent it, and it allows all the water to soak up. So getting something to drink and reading about spacing for potatoes. This package got at Home Depot, so not the best place, but as I said, I don't really care. So it's non-GMO free. It is supposed to be 10 to 12 inches apart. It doesn't really have to be. And then it's supposed to be 6 inches deep, which I'm gonna do. And then I'm also gonna mulch over the top, and I'm doing it in the ground. A lot of people do it in like gardening boxes, but if you do it in the ground, you're supposed to like keep dig deep and then keep a row of dirt. And as I was saying, you put a row of dirt that's high, and then you dig deep, and then you're gonna put them 6 inches in the ground from there. And then as they get bigger, as you start seeing them pop up, you're gonna put more dirt over them. So in this case, you want them to get up to level, and then you're gonna leave them alone. But you could keep mulching them and then put dirt over the mulch. That really won't bother them. The mulch is for weeds, and so your potato can grow better and doesn't have any competition yet, because I'm not sure where in the garden I want to put them yet. I might put them on the outside of the fence or over there where I'm going to plant my potatoes, but wanted to show you what it's going to look like when you fill it full of water, and don't be scared of drowning them. They can take a lot of water. It's going to be hard for it to soak in at first, so you're just going to fill it right up. See, it's going to look soupy. You're not going to drown them. So the only way that they're going to drown and be soggy is if you don't have the holes in the bottom, and then it could be bad. You don't want to eat those. So this is the place where I'm going to plant my potatoes. I have 6 left, I think. Yeah. Yep, I have 6 left. So I'm gonna dig 6 inches into this hole I've already created, because that hole is because I need to be able to build it up. Okay, so you put them in with this up. Bugs are terrible. So they say 10 to 12 inches apart. As you can see, I don't listen to rules. Mostly because I want to make the most out of the area I have. Okay. Oh, and then get stepped on my potatoes. Alright, one in there, one down there, here. Oh, that one broke. Well, we'll wing that. I guess we'll wing it. Okay, so I already buried one of them, but I'll show you the rest. So that's how far. So in my videos I talk about intercropping and companion plants, and by that I mean a lot of my veggies I am also planting flowers and herbs next to my veggies. I'm not planting rows of lettuce or rows of kale. I'm planting them in a mixed garden. I do have some rows, but that's because it's easiest to grow that way. But around them, I'm gonna try to plant herbs, and around my entire garden, I'm planting marigolds, sunflowers, lavender, and whatever I have left over for onions. I'm gonna try to get some garlic, but mosquitoes, if you're trying to keep those away, they don't like the smell of onions and garlic and dill, so you try to plant those kind of things. A lot of pests like cucumber beetle and a lot of tomato pests, they don't like the smell of herbs and they don't like the smell of onion. So that's how I'm gonna try to do that. And I plant the flowers for the pollinators. Okay, so I know I showed you guys my paper plan, but that's not a done and final idea. So I'm gonna plant around the edges first and then see where I wanna go from there. So over here, I'm gonna plant probably 2 rows of corn. And then I think some cucumbers there. This whole back wall, or most of this back wall, is gonna be green beans. This is gonna be my tomatoes. And this is probably gonna be more cucumbers. And then right here, I'm thinking about doing some pumpkins and some watermelons. But I'm also gonna plant some way over there just to see how they grow, because usually they can grow pretty much anywhere. So today is May 20th. Yesterday is when I did most of the other videos with the green shirt, May 19th. But today I'm going to show you my flower garden, and I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to put in here for vegetables. So these are dragon snaps, and I think these are tulips. I'm not sure. They look like they're gonna bud soon. I found them over there under the fence. But this is what the dragon snaps look like. They're gonna bud soon all the way around. I forget what these are. They might be azaleas, I think. I don't really know what these are. I bought them at the store. Beautiful. These, I think, are cosmos, or maybe these are cosmos, and these are azaleas, something like that. These are, I forget, blue. I bought them, I looked it up, and I forget what they're called, but they're like blue bells or something. They're not bells. I don't know, but they apparently spread, so I'm really excited about that. I also have them in my bucket out front. Then I have these guys. Those. It's my lilac. I have very, very many lilacs around my yard. And these are tiger lilies. I transplanted them. They're also in the front of my house. I also tried to transplant them over there in a shadier area, but they're not doing great. And then I planted seeds of lupins over here, but I didn't mark where I put them in the ground, so it's a little hard to water them. Not smart. But so I'm going to plant kale, like a few kale, a few romaine, and some spinach over there, because leafy greens do really good in the shade. So I'm gonna put a few over there and a few in my garden, just see what does best. So I want to show you guys where I put some romaine and some kale. So there's a romaine, there's some flowers, and then there's kale. Lilac, romaine, kale, and then I put one, is that it? Yep, so I put 2 romaines and 2 kales. And once I get spinach, I might do some spinach over here too. So I just finished planting for now. I might do more companion planting, but for right now, this is what I have. Can't really see much. Those are all my cucumbers. It's all my tomatoes. Then I have, this is sage. This is thyme, I think. No, that's rosemary, and this is thyme. And then I have 3 pumpkins. I have 3 watermelons. And then in here, this square, I have romaine, I have kale, I have onions, I have, carrots, I think. I have a bunch of different mixes in here. And then I have cucumbers along this trellis. I did 3 groups on each side, but some of them have a few plants, but they'll probably kill each other, but that's fine. Then, along this back gate, I have green beans. And then this is a different variety of green beans. And there's my potatoes. And then more potatoes in the ground. And then there's corn along this side. And corn along that side. I think I have like 13. And then I did a square over here, but I might put more in it. Over here I have cilantro, I have lavender, I have carrots, I have onions, I have marigolds. I believe that's it. Cilantro, oh, dill. Yep. And then more cucumbers on this side. So for now, that's all I have. I might plant more in between. I have a lot of empty space I can work with, like over here, but Wyatt still has to put a gate up for me to go in, so that will show me how much space I'm gonna have. And then along the edges, any leftover carrots, onions, cilantro, any herbs, and then marigolds, and then I'm gonna do sunflowers on this side and a little bit on the back. And I'm gonna put the rest of my lavender, and then I have some zinnias and some other flowers I'm gonna put in there too.